The government treats white people like Native Americans, steals their land.
Change logo. It's time for a change. Put being such an ignorant and racist city on the lake.
Tell Chief Wahoo, Wounded Knee, Crazy Horse, Sand Creek, Sitting Bull, Little Bighorn. Whisper in his ear the Trail of Tears, Tecumseh, Cochise, Joseph, Jonomic, Geronimo. Let him know when this false face, Red Sambo, with his Uncle Tomahawk grin, and Pinocchio lie of a nose, goes, he shall rise up on the wings of eagles, dance to the drumming and dream, not what the white man deems important, the pennant race at Fort Jacobs, the human race, the wilderness of his own imagination, his original face.
Hi, this is Sam Phillips reporting about Bogus Blight in Lakewood. Sir, what do you think about Bogus Blight?
Bogus Blight, what group is that? Was he is he a rapper or what?
Well, you know, there's been a lot of blighted things going on lately since the election of George W. Bush.
They're trying to it's hip hop. He's a hip hop. They're trying to hip hop over people's rights, aren't they?
Yes. What was your statement about the Native Americans losing their land? What is the connection between the blighted situation now and Native Americans losing their land?
I think they should use eminent domain to take all the land back and give it to the Native Americans, the indigenous people. Now that's a good use of eminent domain, but what they're doing here is just robbery.
When my mother sunbathed on the roof, planes would sometimes buzz the house. On an afternoon at home after her operation, she was proud vacuuming the rug, naked of her lone breast and her scar. Out of her mind in a time of violence, oh, forgive me, Mother, my brutality, she ran from the trailer out of the camp without a stitch on, in time to wrestle home the angel of death. A tree or a whole forest may have fallen the night no human woke to hear her dying breath. After that, my life in pain, wounded, aggrieved, deja vu'd by love again, a breakup leading to a breakdown, to my endless manic panic pacing in the empty apartment. Suddenly, I found my mother in the dark cave of sorrow and spoke to her, naked heart to naked heart.
Danny Thompson, we lost a great worker for the people. I mean, he cared so much about human beings, and he cared so much, and he spent his entire life really giving everything he had to, you know, ending poverty and you know, fighting against the oppression that he saw every day. And he really didn't deny any of that stuff. You know, he saw the world for what it was. And
have you always been involved in a progressive movement to try to change the world, to try to make it a better place?
Well, I had Progressive Life Insurance a few years ago, but they wouldn't fund one of my art things for the Centennial, my art project, so I left. I dropped my Progressive Insurance.
Well, that's funny. I used to have Progressive Soup, too. Weird serendipity stuff going on here. You know,
have I always been progressive? I don't know. You know, my mother was taught me a lot of things. My parents, my father, you know, she was a radical, and when she was a Rosie the Riveter, she got fired for sabotage, and they got her job back and her pay, and so that was in my family, working class radicalism.
I think the first time I met you, I don't know, I believe it was in a jail cell at the Kent State in 1977 when they were building the gym where the students were shot at.
I was in the Move the Gym, and I was one of the people that refused to deal. I got a poem about that too, The Last Tattoo, where I just told the judge they were trying to plead no contest, and I refused, and I said the dead are my defense, their silence, and we went to jail. There was about I think there was 4 of us. There was 2 other poets, and I heard there was a woman that went to jail. But all the poets had it was a good experience for them, and I think everyone should go to jail at least twice a year. At the same time, you know, get their see their dentist, get their teeth.
Yeah, well, you know, it was a good experience for me too. You know, it was like going to college. You know.
Yeah. It's your street college. You go to jail as part of your education.
It behooves everyone in the music, arts, and entertainment community to think about what we can do individually and collectively to carry on his work. I've never been one to copy ideas or be a copycat, but I think this is time to make a big exception.